Hello, everyone.
Oh,
Hello.
good morning. I was trying to figure out what is going on with my audio.
Oh, it was just me. I hadn't started yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I try to give people a little bit of jumping in because people always do it. They jump in late. So, I hate for people to have to, see what I'm at right then versus actually just catching it from the beginning. But if you guys, welcome to our Lunch and Learn. This is our 6th Lunch and Learn. So I'm extremely excited. We have so much to talk about today in a little bit of time. So what I do is that I try to go ahead and get started right around on time because some people are actually on their lunch breaks when they come to these. It just depends. People jump in and jump out, X, Y, and Z. So what we're going to do right now is actually begin. And of course, we're talking about business planning today. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Eukeethia, the owner of Fresh Start Academy and Software Solutions. And for those who do know me, hello guys, hello. I'm elated to be here with you today. Today is a really big day for so many reasons. And honestly, we'll get into some of that in a little bit as well. But I want to go ahead and start screen sharing with you so that we can actually see exactly where we are today and what we're talking about. And you're going to see me actually allowing people to kind of jump in the room while we're talking and all of these good things. But I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And we're going to go ahead and get started. You guys, of course, I use you all to let me know if you can see my screen.
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. So, and I don't know, you know what? I left the 4th edition up here. This is not the 4th edition. This is the 6th edition and it's business planning. I hope I sent the right one. Yeah, I think I did. All right. So basically we're going to go to who am I? So I am the owner of Fresh Start Business Service and Fresh Start Academy and Software Solutions. I am actually a coach and author. I run a service bureau. I'm an inspirational speaker, and that's on the business end. And on the personal end, I'm a mother. I'm very family oriented. I'm a friend, and I'm an avid reader. Listen, guys, just to kind of put that in there, of course, President Obama's book dropped yesterday, okay? And when I tell you, I was like, I have that book coming as a hard copy, and I have it on Audible. Yeah, it's that serious. So I'm really an avid reader. We have a book club. For those of you who don't know, we actually have a book club within our business enhancement group. I like to just promote different things, different styles of reading. You're going to actually see some things that are probably unorthodox. Like, we read all sorts of things. You'll be surprised at what you actually get out of reading all types of things. Okay. So enough of that. So some of my loves are cooking, educating others. Of course, you guys know I love that. I'm a huge traveler, but the pandemic has put a whole halt in my traveling. So, and of course, I love to level up my life on every level, on every aspect. And what I mean by that is that I continuously pour into myself. That means a great deal to me because before I can actually pour into anyone else, I have to ensure that my cup never gets empty. Okay. And so with that being said, those are the things that I do. That's what we are today. And this is what we're going to do. So we're talking about business planning. Listen, get your notepads ready. Let's get ready to go. Oh, goodness, this is going to be so great. This is just scraping the surface because if you guys are actually in my group coaching, this is going to be one of the first things that we do. And we're going to talk about the group coaching later. Don't worry about all of that. We're going to get there. But when I tell you this is so important, let me tell you why it's important before we even go here, okay? It's important because what I'm going to show you how to do, I'm actually going to show you how to plan your entire year out. And we're going to do it based upon quarters, okay? We're going to do it based upon quarters. You're going to be able to plan your year out. This is going to create a less stressful atmosphere for your life, okay? Because you're going to be able to work in advance. And this is what I want to show you how to do. And not only that, but honestly, 2 more things. You're going to get a whole lot more done. And the second thing is that honestly, life is going to throw you some lemons. But guess what? You're going to be able to make some lemonade because you're already ready. Okay. So that's my whole thing. I need to show you how to be ready so that you don't have to get ready. Just like when the pandemic hit, everyone who was with me, listen, I didn't get too many calls at all. You know why? Because instead of getting ready, we stay ready. That's my motto here. We stay ready so that we can ensure that when anything happens, because unfortunately we can't control things, okay? We can't control things at all. And all we can do, so someone said my audio is breaking up. Can you guys hear me? Everyone can hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Everyone can hear me. I'm not sure. And maybe if you want to go out and come back in, you can do so. I just wanted to ensure that my audio wasn't breaking up with you guys. Okay, so that's why I actually believe in strategic planning, okay? And it's because, like I said, if you stay ready, you won't have to get ready. So let's go ahead and we're going to roll right into it. We're going to actually keep going here. So there are a couple of phases on strategic planning. Like I told you guys, we're going to do this this is just scratching the surface for one. So I'm going to give you an overview. So don't think that this is the in-depth portion. But what we're going to do, look at this as if we're doing it quarterly. So phase one, we're going to do an internal assessment. An internal assessment means that you're actually going to look around. You're going to look at everything that is actually within your business. We're actually going to just do an assessment of everything. You know, I tell you all the time, like I have to do audits of my office, and audits doesn't necessarily just mean on my tax business or any other business. It means a lot of different things. Okay. And so we need to do an internal assessment to see what's going on around us. We need to do an external assessment. You know, it's really good. People are like, why do we have to look on the outside? Well, you have to know what's going on the outside in order to get what's going on the inside. Because if you don't know what's going on around you, you will most definitely, you won't hit the target. Okay. So we have to be aware. Make sure you're muted, guys, if you don't mind. Okay, so then we actually have to go to management and leadership planning sessions. Listen, I am really big on leadership and management, and even if it's just yourself, even if you're just a leader, okay, you have to actually have these sessions or these planning sessions alone first. And basically what it is that you're actually you're literally just thinking about the things that you want to have to happen, or that you want to happen, and you're not going to implement them right now. You're just brainstorming, and we're going to talk about brainstorming in a minute as well. But at this point, you're just writing everything down. Everything that comes to you, you're getting it out. This is your planning session. If you have more than one leader and more than one management, you sit down with them, and you have that you have that daydream or that strategy session. Okay. Now, this is phase 4 is where we actually have the implementation of a plan. All right, listen. This is when you bring everyone in and you say, guys, this is what I want to do. These are the things that I'm looking at. And at that point, this is where everyone is actually probably going to have their inputs. Okay. And when they have their inputs, it's really good to listen. A good leader can also listen, okay? Because see, some people can bring value. A lot of people, if you have them on your team, there's no reason they should be on your team anyway if they can't bring value to your business. And if you're doing this by yourself, you have to actually sit down and do a implementation plan by yourself, which is okay as well. You just have to think a little more so outside of the box. You have to actually make sure you look at your pros and cons, which is something that I literally I speak about in the blueprint book, the new book that just came out. You have to look at your pros and cons. You have to put everything on a scale. I just heard that from someone, and he's always speaking about putting things on the scale. And I had to sit back and just say, that really makes sense, because sometimes things are not going to be as clear as we want them to be. But when you put things on the scale, you'll be able to tell the balance in which it holds, or the weight in which it holds. Okay. Number 5, the last planning process is to review. Now, once we have everything out, once we have everything laid out, we need to sit back and look at it as a whole. We need to understand exactly what we're saying we're going to do for this whole year, okay? Or if you actually want to look at it in quarters, we need to look and see exactly what we're going to do for this quarter. We need to review everything. All right, so we're going to keep going. So we're going to I'll get right into business. The 5 points that we're going to cover today is idea generation, scanning environmental factors, conducting feasibility analysis, final project layout, and plan execution. Do we have any questions before I go any further? We good? All right. Let's see here. Okay, so idea generation. So this is referred to as the brainstorming portion of the cycle. Typically, I would advise this to occur a few months prior to the next year. So for instance, when our first session in the group strategy, in the group coaching session, our first group is going to ensure that we're going to do some work. We're going to do some work. So if you're not coming in there to do some work, don't even come. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, when it comes to coaching and me doing other things, it's a whole different beast. And I'm very upfront with you about it, because I want the best out of you. I want you to reach way down and get that thing that you didn't even know was there. And once you tap into that, I promise you will never go back. Okay, I want you to understand that. So back to what I was saying, I typically would advise this to occur a few months prior to the next year. And that's because we want to actually roll out the next year. And we want to roll through January, February, March, and then we want to roll through April, May, June. And then we want to continue to roll out through the next year. But guess what? All of your content is already ready. You're just rolling it out. It's already planned. It's just rolling it out. Listen, check this out. Your marketing is already done. You're just rolling it out. Come on, guys. You got to understand what I'm telling you right now, how important this is, how valuable this is, okay? And I want you to plan for each month, as I told you, each month, each quarter, each year. We're going to look at it. We're going to break it down into 3 different aspects. You want to review the pros and cons. Let's see. You want to review the pros and cons of each idea. Listen, you have to review the pros and cons of each idea. And I tell people that because it's extremely important. If you don't look at the pros and cons, you're going out here blind. And if you go out here blind, guess what? One of the cons may be that this is not something that your market is interested in. So if your market isn't interested in it, who's going to purchase it? Who's going to be your audience? No one. So if you can't just go out here and say, hey, well, I'm in the financial business, but today I just want to sell hair. What? How does that work? Somebody help me. So, you got to use pros and cons. You got to look at it for each idea. And honestly, that was just a elaborate idea of what a pro and con is. But I want you to look deeper into each situation, okay? And I want you to literally write this down, every idea that you have and everything that gets past the idea. I want you to write it down onto your calendar. It has to be written. See, let me explain the thing. It does not become real until it's written. Hello? It's just a dream. It was all a dream. And it stays a dream until you write it down. Write it down and make it seem real, to let us know that it's real, to let your brain know that it's real. Because guess what? That also holds you to an accountability factor. All right? All right, guys. We're on the road today. Any questions? Let me see. Okay. So everyone is here with me. So we want to scan our environmental factors. Now, environmental factors, economic factors. We're going to go over a few factors, okay? So economic factors include growth, consumer behaviors, and skilled professionals. So we want to look at all of those things. We want to look at how we've grown, and we want to make sure we indicate that with all of our planning. We want to show people where we've grown. If we stay the same, it's going to be like, oh, okay, well, she's still stagnant over here. And honestly, that information gave me growth so that I can come here. And if you're still back there, that you're going to lose your consumers. We have to look at our consumer behaviors to see if we are helping them to grow. We have to measure those things, okay? Skilled professionals, you have to make sure that you have an excellent team. You have to make sure you have people skilled in certain areas. Let me explain. Let me give you one good example. Marketing is a really good example, because if you want to have some of these things done, you have to have, these are skilled professionals. Yes, we can do a lot of things on our own, but how many things when you start to become, trust me, you're going to see, if you haven't got there yet, when you start to rise, you're going to actually see that you need a lot of things done that you can't possibly do anymore. You're going to actually, honestly, you're not even going to have time to do them anymore. Okay, so this is the point. This is where I'm trying to get you guys to go. And once you start doing all of these things, once you actually start doing these, implementing these protocols that I've set up, you're going to start seeing yourself grow at a rapid pace. I promise you. Okay. So now what I want to let you guys know, I want to just kind of cut myself off. So this is the Eukeethia, the coach. I have on my coach hat right now. Okay. This is my coaching hat. So I want you to understand where we're going with this. So now we want to speak about the expense factors. So this is the ability to spend money and buy new products. Do you have that? If you don't have that, we need to actually see what's going on, because at this point, you also have to understand that you have to include a business schedule as well. You have to include a business and a budget report for the next year as well. So planning does not just include putting ideas down. It also includes you doing or ensuring that you have the resources to utilize in order to make these things happen. So then we want to speak about physical factors. You want to have the manpower. Listen, let me be very clear. Let me say the manpower and the staff to handle the task. I want to be very clear. Without my team, I could not stand where I am today. I'm not one of those people who's going to take all of the credit. I would never do that. Without my team, I could not stand where I am today. And I applaud them on every chance and during every ability that I get, because I want you guys to understand that a great leader understands that they need a great team. So I'm trying to get you guys over here to another level. Okay, come on, keep following. We're going there. So we need to make sure we have the technological factors as well. So these factors offer tangible and intangible benefits. Computers and laptops, of course. We want to make sure we have the necessary software. It depends on what you're actually utilizing it for. Hey, if we're actually going to say, good example, I'm going to show my group coaching how to create digital products. You know what digital products means? Money in your sleep. You know that with digital products, you actually have to have the necessary software in order to put this on a platform. Okay, I'm going to show them so many software platforms, so therefore they have the ability to actually roll everything out. Not only are we going to be on one platform, but we're going to be on a couple of platforms so that I can show you how the entire world can find you. Yes, this gets deep, guys. Okay. So then we want to make sure we have a financial accounting system. Of course, I'm going to say that. I'm going to tell you that how important that is, because hey, look at what I do. Finances. You need that financial accounting system. Okay. CRMs. Oh yeah, you need CRMs. It makes your life a whole lot easier. And you're going to need more things, but we'll get into that in the group coaching. If you guys are coming, I advise you to come. So we're going to conduct feasibility and analysis. So this is the time to take all of the relevant factors for each project into account. You have to sit down and you have to take everything into account. Okay. This could include economic, technical, legal, and scheduling considerations. Like, you have to look at all of that. Let me tell you why. If all of those factors don't come in together and it doesn't work, you may need to move that. Instead of Q2, it may need to go to Q4. Because all of these things need to work together. Because if not, you would not have a successful launch. Everything that we do is a launch. Okay. I want you to understand, everything that we do, it needs project management. Everything that we do, we will set up project management on that. I'm going to show you how to actually send it through an entire guide, an entire process to understand exactly what you're getting yourself into and how this should look. It's going to be a funnel. That's what I like to call mine. All of my projects are in a funnel. You know why? Because typically it starts with me. I give the directions and then I shoot it on up. and then she shoots it on up. And then she does her part, then she may give it over to him, and then it may come back down to her, and then finally, eventually it comes back to me. But before all of that actually occurs, it has done so many things that's happened to it. Like all of these things that you see me putting out, no, it's not just me. But it could just be you. If you're a solopreneur, it's okay. But you need to actually put yourself in that funnel, even if it's just you, so that you can actually be held accountable, okay? Now, these 7 steps are actually of the conducting feasible analysis. The 7 steps are going to include conducting a preliminary analysis, project income statement. For every project, you need an income statement. Oh, so let me tell you what you thought. Some of you thought that you were going to come to my group coaching and I was just going to tell you to do a calendar. No, I'm deeper than that. It's a method to my madness always, and you guys know that by now, so I don't have to keep telling you. But anyway, let's keep on moving. We're going to conduct market surveys. We need to see what the people want, right? We need to see what it is that the people need. If I don't actually ask you guys what you need, or if you don't tell me what you need, I'm not a mind reader, and it is very, very dangerous to assume. That's in personal life and business. Understand that, okay? Ask. Just open up your mouth and ask. So we're actually going to do, we're going to plan business organization and operations. Okay. Preparing opening balance sheets for each project. So we need to see what it is, what money we have to utilize for that project. And we're actually going to do the budget piece on it. Okay. And it's kind of like it's the projected income statement and the budget analysis. They're kind of the same, but they're different. Okay. And I'll go over all of that because some of these things are a little bit more in depth. And listen, within that business, that group coaching, we're going to learn about all of this. And the thing is that once you learn it, man, when you get to planning out 5-year plans, oh, wait till you read that book. I can't wait till you guys read that book. When you get to planning out 5-year plans and you're able to do a whole 5-year plan in a year because you planned it out so well, do you understand what level that puts you on? The competition, what competition? You ran circles around them 5 times. There's no competition. So, okay. Here we go. We're going to get back on it because, I get excited. I love what I do. So we get excited around here. So, all right. So then we're actually going to go on to review and analyze our data. Okay. And so we have to look at data. Data is really important because we need to have data on everything that we do, whether it's reports, whether it's actually to look and see how well your social media is doing, your analytics. We have to look at all of that. It's very, very important. So then at that point, we make a go or no-go decision based upon the analysis. But do you see why we needed to do an analysis? Because all of those things make sense. You may not have enough money. You may not have enough money to pull this project out because you see that you're going to need a funnel. You're going to need all sorts of things. So you may not have enough money to pull this one off. However, maybe I can actually put something else right here to generate enough revenue to actually come back to this one. So this is why you're actually going to see where you're going to be able to put that information or that money over in another area. Okay. Or that you may have to actually put that project to during another period of that year. And that's okay. That's why we have planning. Listen. Imagine this. You just planning as you go, right? You planning as you go. You come up to the point to where you look at these 7 steps. One of these 7 steps are out of bounds. And so therefore you have to make a no-go decision. And guess what? You have nothing to put out. You have absolutely nothing to put out for this upcoming season or this upcoming period. So guess what you're going to be doing? You're going to stay dormant. You're going to be dormant. You're not going to have anything going on. You're going to be dormant. And that's what we don't want, because you know what will happen? Your analytics will go down with your social media. You're going to start losing the attention of a lot of your followers. Oh, well, she's not here. So out of sight, out of mind. Remember that. We're going to keep going. I know some of you at work. I know some of you at work. So final project layout. So this is like for one project. This is only one project. Okay. I like this one. I'm actually, I learn a lot because I research a lot. And this is something that I really like. I didn't even want to take their information. I just wanted to show you. This is like an infographic digital product on a digital product. And the reason I wanted to show you on a digital product is because this is the way a lot of your projects are going to look, because a lot of them, when I'm done with you, are going to be digital. Because for instance, I'm literally going over to at least 60-40 of digital. I would love to be the 80-20 of digital. So it's digital versus service. So this upcoming year, I'm actually going over to at least 60-40, you know, and that's because you make money when you sleep. You don't even, you do the product one time. You make the product one time, you advertise it, you tell people why they need it, you show them what it can do for them, and then after that, guess what? They sign up. You complete the process. So anyway, let's go back. So digital products, so you actually want to have a digital business dialogue. You want to have project development. You want to have idea generation, workflow process, and financial data. So that's how your entire layout should look for each project. All of this information should actually be obtained. Now, people think that it takes a whole lot to put this together. It does not. Okay, that's why I chunk it for you. If you ever have some kids in school, sometimes they actually have to have things chunked for them, and that's okay. I'm going to chunk some things for you all too. And it's because this is a lot of information that will be given to you over a certain time period. So, which indicates that you may not be, it may be to the point to where it's actually, what is the word that I want to use? It may be intimidating for you. And I get it. I understand, because I've been there. I'm not telling you something that I don't know. Okay. I'm telling you something that I know, that I overcame, and that I'm here now to help you to overcome it. All right. So basically, we're actually going to go on and we're going to look at the fact that we have, hold on here. We're going to have plan execution. Okay. All right. Now, plan execution is kind of like the same per se. So we call it PEP, coordinated and by a project manager. Some people actually have project managers. Some people utilize systems to actually use as a project manager. So what we actually have to do is we have to actually go back through, and this is kind of like, these are a couple of different things, and some of these things may seem similar, but I just want to show you the entire execution of this plan. You want a project, you want to do the back for the project. You want to look at the background, overview, and the scope. You want to frame out the whole project. It's like building a house, okay? You want to plan the project implementation. You want to design and engineer the project. So that may look like you're recording. That may look like you're writing that book, or you're writing that informational documentation. And then you want to contract and procurement. That's a little different. Some of you will actually be there, some of you won't. And then you want a construction. You want to actually put it all together, okay? Once you put everything together, that's your construction. Again, we're building this house. And then you want a commissioning. So you want to actually be able to fund that project. You want to funnel it out. And you want to be able to put all of your funds into it so that you can funnel it out. Once it's out, once you actually put that out there, once you actually have opening date, like for instance, my book came out today. I had to go through all of that in order to get to where we're going to close out the project. My project is now closed out. All I would do was actually continue to tell you about it, because I went through all of these things. I did the research. I did everything that was necessary in order to get you to where you needed to be. And so therefore I got the book to where it needed to be. And now we're closing out the project. My team is absolutely ecstatic because we went through all of those things. We went through everything. And sometimes it actually made other people sometimes my team didn't get off until they worked over 8 hours to implement some of these things. And I can't be happier. It's not just me working 14, 16 hours. Sometimes they do it too, but it takes that. So that's why you have to build a solid team. All right. So we're going to keep going here, and follow up and control. This is the last one. It's my most favorite one. You know why? The power is in the follow up. I want you to take your time to create a customer relations team or a specialist. It can be one person. If you're a solopreneur, it could be you. I don't know who it's going to be, but I'm telling you right now that customer service is the key. So what you want to do is you want to control all situations and or issues before they become larger issues. The thing is that a lot of things can be controlled and honestly can be dealt with if they're just looked at and not ignored. That's just like I tell people with the IRS. If you don't ignore the IRS, they stay a small problem. If you ignore them, you can lose everything. It's the same way with your follow-up and control. Control all situations and or issues before they become larger issues. So I'm finished with this portion right here, and I want to give you guys an opportunity to ask any questions that you may have. I'm open for all questions before we go to the next section. Let me make sure I can see everyone. No questions? Uh-oh, excuse me. No questions? We're good. So you guys have already soaked it all in, right? All right. Hopefully it wasn't too much for you at a really quick pace. I know I went kind of fast, and I do go faster through these because there are lunch and learns for a reason. So more and more to come. So of course I try to keep these short and sweet with the cherry on the side. That's why I have a sweet surprise for you just for joining me on today. Because you actually took the time out of your day. I'm sorry, Michelle. Michelle, did you have a question?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Michelle.
I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry. So all of this will be more in detail in your coaching session, right?
Oh yeah, and that group coach. I'm actually going to do this in my group coaching.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be way more detailed. Like we're going to literally break each of these things down to the point to where it's by the time you come back to me, you're actually going to have all of this. And I have workbooks for you too. So within the group session, you won't have to just figure out what to do. It's actually going to be laid out for you to do. Okay.
Okay.
Any more questions? No more questions? We're good? You sure? All right. So listen, of course, because you came today, your surprise is actually going to be, listen, of course, we dropped the blueprint today. The blueprint is absolutely amazing. So just because you came today, the first 10 people, what we're going to do, and honestly, if you want to share the code with people, that's fine too. It's up to you. So it stops at 10. So instead of it actually being, I think it's like $19.99, we're just going to do $14.99 for the first 10 people. And you use the code Fresh Start 2020. And when I tell you, it actually has some good stuff in there. It actually has some workbook material in there, like business, writing your business plan, on planning. It has some things in there that you can actually utilize. It is an ebook, so you can print it out if you would like. And of course, I'm pretty sure Seth has actually put over here the information of how do you actually sign up for the group coaching, and she's put that in the chat. And I'm pretty sure in a moment she's actually going to put up how you actually buy the blueprint book. Okay, make sure when you go there you use this code Fresh Start 2020. Listen, awesome book. Okay, guys, awesome book. Tell your friends about it. Tell your friends about it. It's going to give you the mapping and the way to map out a business the correct way. And that's just my gift to you. It's not something just large, but I just wanted to give you something for stopping through here today. And I wanted to actually show you all of the things that can be done just by planning. And so, I'm really big on planning. You all know that. All right. So, of course, basically, the next thing is the group coaching. This is what Seth was actually talking about. So listen, guys, this is what I want you to know. So we're going to be planning for the 2021 year. We're going to be deriving your processes and procedures. We're going to work on marketing and branding, like some serious marketing and branding. We're going to do a digital product development. That actually going to be some guest speakers on a great deal of these things. Okay. Listen, the biggest thing, it should be fireworks going off right now when I tell you about this. I'm going to give you some information that is literally over like $20,000 worth of information on funding your business. you don't understand what I'm telling you right now. I know you don't. I'm not talking about an SBA loan. I'm not talking about any kind of loans. I'm talking about some stuff in which you can actually just get your business funded because you're a business and you have all of your stuff in order, okay? So basically, it's much more to register for this limited special, which will actually begin on December 1st. So you have a few more days to sign up. And what I did was I broke it down for $297 per month for 4 months. If you need to even split those payments, you let me know. I'm doing this group coaching. I actually have a coaching. It's an individual coaching. I'm doing this group coaching because I want to see you be able to come to me for your individual coaching. By the time you get these things out of the way and you start seeing your money actually come in, additional money come in, at that point, you're going to understand what coaching is and what coaching is meant for. And then at that point, you're going to say, oh, okay, now I'm going over to group coaching. And at that point, you're going to be just like me. You don't mind paying for coaching every 2 months, thousands of dollars. Because see, it means something. Coaching takes you to a whole new level. And I'm just elated to be able to do this group coaching for you. And it's only because, not that I have the time, I honestly don't. But it's okay. I learned that you make time for what you want to make time for. And I made time for this because this is something that you guys need. Okay. I want to see you on another level. So our contact information here is freshstartbusinesssoftware.com. Of course, that's our website. Our email is support@freshstartbusinesssoftware.com. That's our phone number, 470-296-0858. And any questions, what questions do you guys have? And I'm actually going to stop sharing and I'm going to bring you guys up on the screen. I hope that was very informative to you guys. I hope that, I gave you some great information.
Yeah, you did. My whole idea of business planning was nothing like what you just explained to us. Yeah. It's more than what I was ever told.
Do you understand why?
Yeah, I do. You want the best for us, and it's going to make us grow bigger and bigger. It's
Absolutely.
Just,
You're going to grow at a pace that you never even thought was possible.
Right.
And so that's my job as a coach, to actually get you to understand and see a picture that you didn't even know existed.
And I didn't. I did not.
That's my job. So do you guys, any more questions? Any more questions that we can actually answer? I can answer. I always do a picture of our calls. And I try not to put it in the thing here. Okay, any more questions? Now, I know I didn't give you guys all that information. You guys don't have questions.
I don't have any questions. I want to know more. So.
Well, good. I'm glad, if nothing else, it gave you the ability to want to know more. That was the goal. I mean, I wanted to give you as much as I could on here, but as you know, there was no way that I can break all of that down in an hour. Okay.
To be honest, for me, I really don't have a question because a lot of this stuff was like foreign territory to me, so I don't know how to
articulate the question.
Yes. So
and don't worry, it won't be foreign to you much longer. Okay. It won't be foreign to you much longer.
I know.
So any other comments, suggestions, anything else that you need? Same here. Okay, good, Julia. Well, you guys, don't forget, go out and grab the book today. Like, listen, the book is absolutely dope. It's really nice, okay? And make sure you use the code. So even if you actually want to send it to other people, that's fine. Just make sure you use the code, all right? Because I want you to actually to get your discount, even if it's a smaller discount. I want you to get your discount, okay? I try to actually price my books at a good price point anyway, even though when you go in there and see what's in there this time, you're gonna be like, what? But I still try to give it at a good price point, So take that, and hopefully you guys, thank you, Chanel. hopefully you guys can come off as mute. I'm very informal.
Hey, Chanel girl. Hey, PJ, BJ,
Hey,
Julia, Jacqueline, Sis.
I'm working, guys. I really can't talk. I'm just listening. So thanks for the information. I appreciate it. And yeah, that's good advice. I need more.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hey, Jacqueline.
Look at.
Jacqueline looked like she's driving that big truck.
Yeah.
Right.
I
She handling it too.
am. Yeah, I'm driving a big truck.
Yeah, she's always driving. She's always working.
I get off at 3.
Girl power.
Shoot.
Well, anybody have anything else to say? They want to contribute? Well, I'm not going to leave you. I hope you guys were able to actually, I'm not going to hold you, excuse me. Yeah. So I hope you guys were able to eat your lunch and enjoy our monthly lunch and learn. Hopefully this is some really valuable information for you, okay? And again, like I said, group coaching and book. Group coaching and book. Like both of those are going to take you to somewhere different. Like, listen, as you can tell, we're constantly leveling up. So take all of the information. Let me know what you think. And then from there, we'll be able to move forward. If you have any more questions after this, feel free to reach out to me, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
I just want to say I ordered the stuff from Rita, and it's awesome.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Rita is amazing. Okay, we're actually coming out with something else to help you guys as well. Just give me a minute. She's waiting on me, honestly. I just been.
Who is Rita?
Rita Owens. She actually does. Oh gosh, she has so many different things that you can utilize. As far as even I'm assuming, Chanel, that you actually bought the content for social media posting.
Yes, for taxes and credit repair, both of those.
You did both of them. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And so for Jackie, for you, she actually has a platform to where she can actually gives you she gives you information. She gives you, it's a platform or what, so that she's built out to where it actually tells you what to post on a daily basis, and you can switch it up and go.
Oh, okay.
Like, really good information, okay? And so she's doing it all for you. So what we're gonna work on is that we're gonna do the same thing for you, but it's gonna be an email campaign, okay?
Okay.
We're gonna get you your email campaign. So we're gonna work on it. Like I said, honestly, it's been me. It's not her, it's me. I'm just slam, but everything is kind of coming down now. We're getting everything together, but yeah, Rita's information is excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's listed in the group. If you guys want to see it, I think it's listed in the business enhancement group. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. I posted it the other day. All right. So you guys have any more questions? Anything else? Any other statement? Buy that book and sign up for group coaching. You guys don't want to miss it. Okay.
I'm gonna reach out to you.
Okay. Absolutely. All right, guys. I'll talk to you all soon. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.